Welcome to the home of the Utah Utes, Rice-Eccles Stadium in Salt Lake City. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Arizona Wildcats, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Utah Utes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Arizona will kick off to get things underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the Utah Utes offense will go to work first. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, it's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Quarterback may change this route. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's going to run it. Finds a little bit of room and finally wrestled out of bounds at the 43.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. The Utes are flying down the field. Been showing them the run, now they'll throw it. Quarterback gets a 1st down. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers.
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Utah! Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. Talk about an offense finding its rhythm early.
So nice to find the end zone early, get that confidence going. The defense is showing exactly what you'd expect them to do. Offense taking advantage. Great start for the offense.
Coming out with it, it's awesome. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looking for space. It's awesome. Punches ahead. They'll give him a yard to the 13.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. 2nd down, he'll throw it. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Fires one high and deep. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll haul it in right around the logo. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded, the run is coming, you know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
Send the tight end in motion. The play action fake. Scrambling away. Fires to the big fella. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. Really good patience and recognition. And how about the tight end just finding a hole and settling and waiting until the quarterback saw it?
And the play completely changes. Once my QB gets outside the pocket, I got to see it, and I got to start working towards him, or if I'm near him working away, nice job being on the same page, getting the 1st down.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around and make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense, creating the tackle for a loss on 1st down.
Pocket breaking down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Under fire. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Complete out of the backfield. Got some room, and to the goal line. Touchdown, Utes! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Lining up for the PAT. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
And it's just the 1st quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now 2nd down. Trying play action. Tight end finds a soft spot. Dragged down at the 26 after a pickup of 5. They knew they could slip that tight end behind the backers with that play-action fake.
Well, it's because I can't win, Reese. I have to play the run. You know, all these RPOs, all these different things. It makes me come up and use my eyes and play run. And these tight ends are so valuable to find space behind. Knew where he was going with the football the whole time because the big fella was always open.
Catch in the middle. It's Harvey. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. We've reached the break. It's Utah holding the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. They've got a first down here to open the period. From the shotgun, the inside give. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Fires to the big fella. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The mighty Utah student section alive and bringing the noise on third down. Finds his man. It's Harvey. Oh, he's got some space. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. The Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got it! He gets it in! Touchdown, Wildcats! Big-time touchdown there to get some much-needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who are you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Bringing the heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Right on target this time. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
When you run your slant route and it's against man-to-man, one thing you know you're going to get is hit. When that wide receiver catches the football, slants don't open up wide open. Linebackers are going to be there, safeties are going to be there, so you got to be able to take that hit and hold on to that football.
And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the back. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Working that wide receiver screen. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding to the football?
The offense changing the play. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go?
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and the second.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
We're only in the first half already. This guy's got 2 TD passes, so you could see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect his rhythm and not let him be so comfortable back there. Right there, they were able to get after him. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Makes the grab on the left. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down.
We all want to push the ball down the field, down the field, down the field. But when you can dump it off to your running back and still make 10-plus yards, man, it makes you look like a really good play caller.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Complete and looking for enough for the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Yeah, I think those quarterback sneaks used to be for the big, strapping quarterbacks. But, man, nowadays, dude, all you got to do is fall forward, and it's such a hard play to stop. So you see this all across all levels of football, and it's just a difficult play to stop.
And the Utes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. To the air on first down. Under fire. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go to work in the air on second down. He'll try to do it himself. Breaks into the open. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Wants to go up top. Firing toward the end zone. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on third and long from the 22. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism. He showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Utes have it with a first and goal. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Utah!
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this in the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much in the defense. QB runs in for 6.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking to throw on first down. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his first sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out.
He's loose. He's inside the 40. The 20. He's at the and he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Arizona.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup in the Big Ten, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. OHIO. Ohio State is up big right now in what's shaping up to be a blowout to remember. They're up by 21 over Northwestern. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And that is incomplete. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Going to try to get it himself. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down.
Obviously, this quarterback is a huge part of their rushing attack, and you've seen that early in this game. He's been very, very productive running the ball. Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes it's on scrambles like what you just saw. But with his speed, he makes it so difficult on a defense.
And the Utes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. The Utes have it with a 1st and 10. Looking down the middle. He makes the catch. They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35. Wants to throw on first down. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Out of the gun, looking to throw. At the 35, he's loose. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've been calling a lively one so far from Salt Lake City. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Rice-Eccles Stadium.
And the Utes will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the 2nd half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Arizona has it back. The offense coming out to bear down. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the 2nd half.
Agree. So it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little 2nd half running the football ball out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the 2nd half so that they can win this game.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. Finds a tight end down the gut. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Sexton. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. And the Wildcats are rolling down the field. Off the play fake on first down. To throw. Complete to the right. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25.
And listen, you get zone coverage, and you can hit that curl route, and he comes open continually. Keep hitting it. This might be a play to come back to.
This time they'll go to the running game. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. To the air on second down. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs management. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
Looking to throw on third. Punts it out of the air. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal. And the Wildcats started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Here's a heat. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. First down, goal-to-go situation, you cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone and helping your offense out.
Now the play fake. Finds his big tight end. And they get him, and they'll lose yardage on that completion.
And I got to know on offense, right? When I get in this situation down near the goal line, I got to get physical, finish my run forward, not start dancing around, going all over the place and losing yards. That's just bad offense.
Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. We'll send out the kicker here. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. Down to a one-possession game, 24-17. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They'll operate out of split backs. Looking downfield on first down. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble but couldn't create anything there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Back to pass. This time it's complete. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Wants to go up top on first down. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
The Utes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. Pulls it in. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
He's got his man. He's knocked out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 44. And the Utes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Here's the pressure. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, You read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
How good has this offense been on fourth down, converting all 3 times, and they're lining up to go for it again.
They were 3 for 3 already on fourth downs, now 4 for 4. This offense, I tell you what, they got a plan on fourth down, and it's working. This defense has got to be frustrated.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Going to swing it on second down. Here comes the heat. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Incomplete behind the receiver. Maybe this freshman got a little too anxious.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll pull it down and run. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Utah has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the first down. Power football with the run. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. The negative play leaves them with 2nd and 12. Off the play fake. Pressure coming. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Oh, they're after him. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
I think if you're the head coach here, it's a bit of a mixed reaction to your passing attack so far in this game. You put up a bunch of yards throwing the football, you've lit up the scoreboard, but you've also given up 4 sacks. Pass protection has been a problem so far in this game.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing. Good decision by the head coach here in the fourth quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Just a little off. Incomplete.
I love the job here by the linebacker. He just kind of floats and he's shuffling and he's waiting to see which way the quarterback's going to go with the football. Not able to snag it out of the air, but hey, batting it away, it's a big-time play.
Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. Turning it on. Touchdown, Wildcats. A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
And what a nice ball. You can see he sees him running the corner route, lays it out in front, catches the ball, and nice job catching the ball and then doing what? Getting upfield, not running out of bounds, not getting pushed out, not getting tackled. Nice job after the catch, getting vertical, getting to the end zone.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. Be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Off play action. Rushes on him. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical. Because if he bobbles it at all, as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Utes with the 1st and 10. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Makes it past the marker. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. It's a draw. Not this time. After finding running room on the previous play, nowhere to go this time around as the defense rises up. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10.
Love the location of the throw on that slant pass. Put it out in front of the receiver. Put it on his face mask so he can catch it and try to advance.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Release to the back. Grabs it in the middle. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one.
Man, I love on 3rd down when I know I have a running back that can beat guys. Whether you want to cover me with a linebacker or a safety, I can run an angle route, and I can have success because my quarterback knows exactly when he's going to break, and that defense is not going to beat my running back.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. To the ground with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that's exactly what you would expect from this offense. Listen, when you're in that 1 to 2 minute range and you got the football and you got a lead, it's smash mouth, it's keep that clock running, it's ground game. So interesting now on this 3rd down what they do next, but we got to keep that clock moving.
Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you will perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese. This team has it right now. You can